Hey, what's happening? This is Tom, NerdRemix.com. Got a movie for you today, an anthology horror film. There's been a lot of those lately, and the form is coming back, and it's coming back well. This one's called Chillerama. A little bit more of a budget than I'm used to reviewing, but it's got some cool names in it. It has four segments, really. Well, one's kind of a wraparound, but you have Wadzilla, which was directed by Adam Rifkin, and then you have I Was a Teenage Werebear, directed by Tim Sullivan from 2001 Maniacs, Driftwood, stuff like that. I'm a big fan of his work. Feel Screams, not so much. Diary of Anne Frankenstein, Adam Green, cool director, the Hatchet movies, Frozen. And then Joe Lynch does the wraparound segment, Zombie movie, which is cool. Now it opens with that, with some ball chomping right away, some set piece. And it's the last night at the Kaufman Drive-In, and they have Cecil Kaufman, who's played by Richard Reel, been in a lot of cool movies, quotes a lot of one-liners from different movies in here. And the wraparound segment kind of centers around Toby, who's played by Corey James, and this girl he wants to get with, played by Kaylee Thorne, who's really hot. But anyway, first segment up is Adam Rifkin's Wadzilla. Now this was fucking hilarious. A giant sperm. A guy, Miles, who's played by Rifkin, actually takes some stuff called spermopramine to kind of beef up his sperm. And he only has one sperm, and when it comes out, hilarity ensues. Giant chomping monster sperm. You also check out Eric Roberts is in this as a general, and Ray Wise is in it as a doctor. Does a really cool turn there. And really lots of fun, lots of over-the-top shit in this, and really enjoyed it. Next up is I Was a Teenage Werebear, Tim Sullivan's segment. And this stars Ricky is the central character, is played by Sean Paul Lockhart, and lots of cool stuff in this too. It's kind of a teenage beach musical. You expect Annette Funicello or some shit to show up, and some really cool set pieces. And forget the volleyball scene in Top Gun. The locker room scene in this is one of the most homoerotic scenes I've ever seen in a horror film, besides maybe the dance sequence in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. But I think this was intentional. I'm sure this was intentional. I don't think Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was intentional. But anyway, Tim Sullivan has a cameo in this, does good. Oh yeah, by the way, the first two, Wadzilla and I Was a Teenage Werebear, have cameos by Lynn Shay. Good stuff. And there's some cool stuff in this. A knee head crush, a cool song called Love Bit Me on the Ass, and even a brief appearance by Ron Jeremy. Yes, absolutely. Up next, Diary of Anne Frankenstein. This was funny as hell. It's all in German, but it's not really correct German. And this is Adam Green's thing. It has Joel David Moore as Hitler and a very sexy Christina Klebe as Eva Braun. And basically, Hitler takes Anne Frankenstein's diary and comes up with a super monster, a Jewish super monster, named Meshuggah, played by frequent Adam Green collaborator Kane Hodder. It's him right there. And best use of a menorah in a beheading I've ever seen. So many different German words for kill. I had no idea. Sphincter, one of them. Who knew? There's a really funny 99 Luftballons joke that I laughed my ass off at. And this is kind of like if Mel Brooks did a Frankenstein movie in black and white. Yeah, Mel Brooks did do a Frankenstein movie in black and white, but he didn't have any Nazis involved. So kudos for this. And yeah, it was hilarious. I laughed my ass off through the whole thing. Cool gore, just funny stuff. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see Adam Green riff on this a little more, and in this style. Hatchet has some dark humor in it, and Frozen didn't have any dark humor in it at all. But if you check out his Aries Scope Halloween shorts, you can see where this is coming from, and you can tell he had a lot of fun making it. And then the fourth set piece really isn't a set piece. I kind of wanted to see the rest of it. It was called Defecation, and the filmmaker promised to rape you with your own feces in this, and there was a lot of poop jokes. But the thing rips, and we get back to the set piece, or the wraparound segment, Zombie movie from Joe Lynch that pulls everything together, and you see, it develops in between the short film segments, and this ends up with a total gore and zombie depraved sex orgy, which is great, and all kinds of great one-liners. Even May the Schwartz be with you, and another nod to Mel Brooks. And I'm gonna say this, man, Chillerama is the most fun I've had watching a movie in a very long time, and it harkens back to when movie going was fun. I mean, even like the zombie virus spreads through popcorn and everything, and you don't shoot them in the brain, you shoot them in the. I'll let you check it out, but lots of cool mayhem, lots of just cool stuff in this movie. Plenty of nudity, there's plenty of gore, and there's plenty of good laughs. And man, this is a fantastic film. It's destined to be a cult classic. It should be a cult classic. It should be a classic now. This should get a wide release in theaters and become a phenomenon. It probably won't, and that sucks. But definitely buy a DVD, definitely buy a Blu-ray. I'm sure you can buy it everywhere. And support stuff like this, man, because they don't make them like this anymore, mainly because they don't let them with the money they need to make them good. But this is quality stuff. Check it out. Chillerama, I give it on a whole, because the sum of the part, the whole is greater than some shit like that. Anyway, the big picture with all the short films together works awesomely, and check it out. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. That's the highest rating I've ever given a movie. Chillerama, destined to be a classic. It should be on your playlist. It should be in your collection. It's going to be in mine. Thanks.